And if Ivan was to hop on,
Yeah, she can.
do I just send the same link that I used?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Okay, so I think good. We are now live on RocketHub's YouTube channel. So everyone, welcome to another exclusive webinar we do with our favorite deal partners. And today we have someone very special, someone very experienced, and someone we we ought to work with. And this is a space which is not discussed a lot in the e-commerce world, not in the e-commerce, but the SaaS world or the guy-friendly world. But you're seeing right now that we have brought DropCommerce on RocketHub, and we have Spencer here from DropCommerce. Spencer, welcome to the stream. Thank you for taking your time for the community and addressing their questions, showing us the product, and also welcome once again. We are very much happy to see you here.
Thanks, Karan. Yeah, it's been a pleasure and lots of engagement from the community. That's awesome. Lots of really good questions. And it's already kind of helped us prioritize a couple of things that are very obvious that the community wants to see. So that's great.
Awesome. All right. So before we begin, Spencer, let everyone know how did the idea of drop commerce came in 6 years ago, which is a very big time for a company to grow itself, start off, takes time to get users. So yeah, let everyone know how did everything start off from your end.
Yeah, absolutely. So just a couple of days ago marks our sixth anniversary of
Yeah.
launching.
Yeah.
We initially launched on Shopify in October of 2018. How it came to be was I was always very interested in entrepreneurship. I had read the 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, and I wanted to explore drop shipping. And I kept bugging my close friend and co-founder that we should get into drop shipping. But obviously a lot of the ads were kind of the get rich quick feel to it, which make me a little reluctant, of course. And once we started exploring dropshipping a bit, we saw that a lot of the products behind some of these product sourcing platforms were lower quality from overseas. Like, here's a $2 watch, you sell it for $50, and we just kind of thought, is that really sustainable? I mean, obviously the profits are great, but like, it takes a long time to get shipped from China. How long will it last? Will my customers be pissed off? And so we just started wondering why we couldn't find more opportunities to source products from the United States and Canada. We're based in Canada. We're both Canadians. And so, yeah, we went to work starting to talk to customers and build the platform. And we went live. We started work on it in July of 2018, and we went live on Shopify in October. Uh, and right away, it resonated with a lot of people. They said that they were looking for this type of thing, and they were happy to finally see it.
That's good. So how many, what's the team size? How many people are right now associated with drop commerce? And if you can give us some numbers as to how many stores have, been activated on or been working with you folks right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a bootstrapped company. It was just myself and my co-founder. Uh, we just raised a little bit of money, not much, just kind of as a relationship building in the first couple of years of the company. But then obviously with the pandemic, business really took off. We saw a massive amount of growth, and with that, we just scaled the team up as we could with the revenue. So today we are a team of 8. Uh, we have 2 people on the development side, me on the operations side as CEO. We have a team of 4 in the customer support team, and we have a marketer as well. Uh, and yeah, so we've basically just scaled the team with revenue.
Got it. That's good. Awesome. And how, I always ask everyone, how did you get your name, right? I mean, how did you derive the name drop commerce for the product or for the company?
Yeah, I think we were just
It's easy,
brainstorming.
right? Drop shipping and commerce. So
Yeah, we were just brainstorming, and that name came up, and we were like, yeah, it works for now.
yeah.
And I mean, we just kept
And
it.
no one had that name as well at that time. So because it
Yeah,
was it was a new thing, right? So you got
something new,
you
very
easily reserved it for you.
yeah, exactly. And it's explains the company. Like, as soon as I say DropCommerce to some people who ask what I do. They say, "Oh, is that drop shipping?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, exactly." So yeah, it's a
Awesome.
good name, and yeah, that and the domain was available as well, so we went for it.
Awesome. Cool. Great. Thank you so much for everything. So let's get into the meat. Spencer, I think this product is big enough for us to explore, and we would also talk about the use cases for different e-commerce stores and different categories, because there are people who dig in a lot of categories, and they would like to know as to which type of product is present in which category and which they can deal with. So if you can kind of show us how the product looks like, how the platform looks like, it'll be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So currently our platform has three sides. I'll demo two sides today. One of them is for the
Yeah.
supplier side, so the manufacturers. And then we have one as the standalone platform, and then one as our integrated Shopify integration. So I'll show you the standalone and the Shopify today.
Got it. Awesome.
Okay. Okay, my screen showing up there?
Yep, we can see it.
Great. So yeah, this is the DropCommerce standalone platform. This is the main dashboard, which you can find just on the side menu by clicking our logo. Here at the top, you can customize your top categories that you'd like to see. That allows the algorithm to tailor what you're seeing a little bit more to what you're looking for. At the bottom, we ask for your feedback. This populates right into our Slack, so we read every single bit of feedback that we get from our users. It comes in live, and we'll typically engage with the user right after they leave feedback if it requires a follow-up. At the top here, we can see our featured suppliers. Right below that is some of our new suppliers that have gone live in the last couple of weeks. And then at the bottom of the dashboard here, we start seeing some of the categories I had selected that will routinely just populate in your dashboard. So the whole app can be navigated from the sidebar here. If I go to the product section, I'm able to see these are all the products on DropCommerce. I can search directly for a product here. We have the categories down here as well. And then there's also filters. So I can filter by price, by profit margins that I want to search for, shipping rates, as well as I can filter down by where the products are made, where they ship to, and where they ship from, and also values that the supplier have. So if they're handmade or fair trade, anything like that, you can search by that as well. So DropCommerce currently only works with Canadian and American suppliers, as I had mentioned before. For that, more high ticket products, quicker shipping, and better quality. So here on the sidebar here on the categories, I can click, let's go jewelry and watches. That opens up the subcategories as well. And then I'm able to browse through and look at different products. So let's say I want this bead necklace. I can add it to my import list right here, or if I want some more information, I can click into it. On the base level, I can see there's 68 units in stock with their supplier at this time. It retails for $28, and my price would be $14, leaving me a profit of $14 if I was not to upmarket the retail.
Mm-hmm.
So if I click in here, I can order a sample. I can message with the supplier. I can also go to their profile over here. And I get to see all the different information here. I can see the different variants. For this product, there's 3 different sizes. And they all are on the same cost, but different quantity there. I can see the
So if
shipping
you
cost.
if you change the, let's say, the variant type, then the price will be changed as well, right?
Yes, correct. So if these did cost differently, the price would be reflected
Got it.
when you change the variant. I can see the description down here and then the return policy at the bottom here. So let's go ahead and add to the import list. And just like that, it's in. I can go to the import list on the sidebar here, or I can just click the button again.
And just one quick import, correct?
Yeah, so once I'm here in the import list, these are all the products I've added to the import list. This is the one that I just did. I can click here to import it into my store. So if you are on Shopify, Wix, BigCommerce, Shop Plaza. Those are our current integrations with WooCommerce coming in the first quarter of next year. When you click import, it'll go straight into your store. If you wanted to change any of the information before you import, it's easy. You can click on the product. You can change the title name here. You can add new tags. You can put it in a specific collection if you wish to do so. I can also update the description here. And here's the variant, so I can see the prices for all the different variants here, and I can update those prices as I wish to do so. And then I can dictate which product or which images I want to include in the import here. So I'll go ahead and click the import, and now it's being imported. And it typically takes about 10 to 30 seconds to import into my store, but it runs in the background. It depends on how big the product is in terms of images and description, but it runs in the background and it'll be imported when it's all done. If I click here, imported to store, yeah, so now it is imported. And these are all the other products I have imported. I can remove them from here.
Okay.
And I can also see if there's any issues with anything, it'll come into this tab. And yeah, so you can also discover products by looking through our suppliers. So here's the supplier section. Again, I can browse by category down here. If I know who I'm looking for, I can search from here. We have everything from like handmade products to, as you can see, solar panels, jewelry. We don't block off any different category because we know there's a ton of different niches that people want to focus on. One of the more popular categories is baby products. I'll go to Newcastle Classics. And so this
and how do you guys handle the returns and everything? Because there were a few questions about return policy and if product isn't suitable. So do you guys handle it on the supplier side?
Yeah, so returns are with the supplier. Every single supplier has their own specific return policies. So it is really dependent on that. Some suppliers, they, for obvious reasons, just can't accept returns, like if it's a consumable item or something like that. Many do, most do have a return policy. It's usually within 2 to 4 weeks, but it is specific to that supplier. What we advise users, if they're using multiple suppliers, try to find a general return policy from within their own store, or have it in the description of the product, the specific return policy, which we allow you to import as well. Yeah, if there's ever an issue, you can contact the supplier directly via the internal messaging app in this platform. And you can contact our support team as well, and we'll escalate it as well. We're in contact with both sides, and we help mediate any issues that may come up. Luckily, we don't see too many returns coming through our system, which I think is part of the reason why we wanted to do DropCommerce, is finding higher quality products so we can avoid chargebacks for our customers. So here on the supplier profile, you can see their name. We have an internal review system, so our merchants can leave suppliers reviews. We kind of leave it to the market to dictate how that supplier is functioning, if they're shipping on time, if the products are good, everything like that. If the reviews ever fall below a certain amount, we'll investigate and see what's going on, and we may take action to remove the supplier if need be. But yeah, you can also browse here. So if I liked a certain supplier, I can favorite them, and then I can go through here and add to import list right from here. And then again, if I go to imports, they'll be here for me to import. So once the products are in your store, and assuming your store is live and they're showing publicly facing, once a customer buys one of the products, we'll capture that information. It'll populate here in the order section, and you'll be able to click to send the order information and payment to the supplier. If you are on our Pro plan or our Executive plan, we have automated fulfillment, so that will happen automatically. You don't even have to come to this part. It'll automatically pay and send the order information. But here you'll be able to manage all of your orders. So you'll see unpaid, and then you can see every different status point of the order. So if it's paid, shipped, or if it's been canceled for any reason, you can find it all here.
Got it. And can you show how a manual fulfillment works? Let's say if someone is who is not on the pro plan, how do they manually fulfill an order which has come in for
Yeah,
them?
sorry, I don't have it on the demo store here, but basically you would see the order here and there would just be a button to hit to click to
Got it.
fulfill. And it's that easy.
Okay.
So it's a one-click fulfillment option. The
Hmm.
automated fulfillment just takes any manual aspect of it, but otherwise it's quick and easy. It's just a one-click. It'll charge your payment on
Got
file,
it.
your credit card, send that
Hmm.
information to the supplier, and it's all
Got it.
done. So it's not too tedious to do
Yeah.
it yourself.
Got it. Awesome.
And then yeah, here in the inbox, you can start a conversation with any of the suppliers that you're working with, or you might want to work with. So you can chat with them here. If there's any changes to your products, like if prices have changed, if inventory levels have changed, anything like that, it'll populate here, and you'll also receive an email notification as well. The account section here is for, as I mentioned, if you're a supplier, a lot of our suppliers like using DropCommerce as a cross-selling platform, so they would like to sell other suppliers' products as well. So you can switch between accounts here. So if you had your own brand and you're
Hmm.
manufacturing your own products,
Hmm.
but you're looking for more products to sell, then it's a great opportunity for you to be able to cross-sell and use it on both sides.
Okay.
At the bottom here, we can go to our support channel or our help center. You can also access support here with this chat bubble, and it'll
Hmm.
connect you to our support team on live chat, uh, which they're available Monday to Friday, or actually 7 days a week, 9 to 5 PST. Hopefully, it will be expanded to 24-hour coverage 7 days a week next year. And
Got it.
yeah, here in the settings, you can manage your account. There's certain things like connecting to your platform. So as I mentioned before, we currently are live on Shopify, Shop Plaza, Wix, and BigCommerce, with WooCommerce going live Q1 of 2025. You can change some of your import settings. So you can include tags. You can do a global price markup. So if you want to globally increase a markup on retail pricing by, let's say, 5%, you can do that here. And that'll globally mark that up for you. You can round prices up to the nearest dollar as well. Um, you can add a separate shipping rate, or you can include shipping in the prices there. And yeah, and then here you can update your branded invoicing. So adding your display name, so that and your logo, so that when your customer receives the order, they're getting your
Hmm.
branded invoice in the box. um, all of our suppliers do that, so that's a
So
great.
they add the name, the email as well. And is the phone written or the phone number is not written?
Uh, if you want it to be, you can include it in the notes. If you want your like phone number, any of your contact info, you can include whatever you like.
Got it. Okay. So that can be done. So which means the branded invoicing is completely customizable, and if you can show the sample invoice to people so that they can actually see
Yeah, for sure.
how does an invoice look like,
Yeah, for sure.
because this is what many people ask as well, that um, do they write their own name, or is it the DropCommerce name or the supplier's name directly? Um, and a lot of times people have to actually manually request. If you see the older platforms, you have to actually write to the supplier that, okay, write my name and stuff like that. Yeah. Right now this is automated.
Yeah, so basically, here it is here. So this is a sample. So as I put in, thanks for your business. If you have any questions, please get in contact with us. Your store name would go there, and if I upload a logo, it would be placed right at the top here. So this is what your. Oh, is it showing up?
No, I cannot
Oh,
see
it
it yet.
opened in a different tab here. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
So yeah, here it is here. So
Okay.
yeah, your logo is placed here. Once you upload an image,
Hmm.
you'll see the bill to and ship to information here. So this would be your customer's information, which would automatically be added to the invoice. you'll see the items. And then if you add a note, it'll be put here.
Hmm.
And yeah, and then as well as your store name. So all the information you put in, it'll be embedded into the packing slip here.
Got it. And this is pasted on top of the order.
Yes, and this is shipped as a packing slip within the box of your
Got it.
order.
Awesome. Cool. Cool. So I think we have questions started coming in. So let me just put the first one on the screen. We can then take them one by one. All right.
Sure.
And then we move on to the next things because next set of the things is very interesting for people to see. All right, we have a question from DT7. Congrats on the launch. Are there any suppliers in the religion niche, specifically in Catholicism?
Yeah, thanks for the congrats. I know that we have a supplier that sells Christian merchandise. I'm not sure about Catholic. If you if you send me a follow-up email, I can have our team see if we do have anything in that niche. I do know that we do have a Christian supplier. We might have two, but I'm not sure about specifically Catholic.
Got it. Yeah, this is a very unique niche to
Yeah,
be
I
in,
mean,
right? I mean,
and if you ever have a supplier in mind and you want to be able to drop ship their products with a system like ours, if you refer them to DropCommerce, we'll give you a free month of membership. And
that's
if
awesome.
you're referring a lot, then we'll increase the amount that we give you. We've had some merchants refer over a dozen suppliers that they want to work with, and they basically end up with years worth of DropCommerce for free. Um, but yeah,
That's
if you
awesome.
want to follow up with our team, you can email support@dropcommerce.com or myself, Spencer@dropcommerce.com, and just remind me about this question, and we'll look and see if we have anything.
That's awesome. Cool. Voda. So is the price roundup really a roundup or it will do increase only? Like if the price is 37.4, it will go 37 or 38. I would like to have the option.
So currently it goes to the nearest dollar. So it would be if it was 37.34 or something like that, it would go to $38.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm curious to hear why people would want to round up further than that, because that's something we could easily add if that's something that a lot of people want to see. Uh, that would be very easy for us to add. But currently, that toggle will round up to the nearest dollar.
Got it. Okay. So it's a 37.4, then it will be 37. That's what I'm saying.
38. It'll
Or
round up.
38. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Makes sense. Awesome. Ken asks, is there any niche distribution data for the 200 or so new vendors? And when will they be added, specifically for nature?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're going live with a company called Powered by People. They manage over 700 different suppliers. Over 200 of them are going to be drop shipping, and that list will
Wow.
increase. So once they go live, it'll be over 200 new suppliers on the platform under their label of Powered by People. You'll see all the different products under that supplier name.
Hmm.
It's a lot of like handmade goods. I'm not 100% sure if there is furniture. Again, if you want to email me or my team and just follow up with that question, I'll double check to see if they do have furniture. But yeah, they're quite a big deal. Their suppliers are quite popular. We put them live as a test just for a few days, and we had a ton of interest and orders processing right away, to the point where we had to pause it because this is a new relationship, and working with a distributor, we had to make some tweaks to the system just for the order flow on their end. But yeah, they confirmed with me that they should be good to go by the end of the week here, and that will exponentially grow as more of their suppliers are able to drop ship. That will grow. Um, but yeah, just please follow up with me about the furniture, because I'll double check. There may be.
Got it. Awesome. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah, till
and
now
by
we had
the
these
way,
many
we are
questions.
in talks with another supplier that does home
Okay,
goods and furniture right now. So
got it.
if you follow up, I'll let you know about them as well.
Got it. And when it comes to furniture, is it like big furniture like IKEA sells, or is it like small, only tables and chairs and
It
let's say
varies.
office desks?
It's big and small.
Got it. Okay. So it can be varied. Awesome. Cool. So yeah, till now we had these many questions, and once we have more, we'll then jump back to it. So right now, back to the demo. Awesome. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
answering, Spencer.
yeah, and thanks for the questions, guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe I'll move on to our Shopify integration.
Awesome. Yep.
So, as I mentioned before, we initially launched on Shopify when we first got started. Um, and Shopify's app ecosystem has changed quite a bit. They launched a program built for Shopify. It's a kind of a prestigious recognition of apps. Of the, I don't know, 14,000 apps, only 500 and so have it right now, I believe. We were the second dropshipping app to get it. Despite being a small bootstrap team, we were able to get it done. But it involved having to rebuild the app to be embedded. It gives it a really nice, clean look, and the speed is quite a bit better. So if there is anybody that's on Shopify wanting to use DropCommerce, you can use the standalone app or this whenever you want. They work in sync. But yeah, so this is the Shopify integrated app. So again, at the top here, this is the dashboard at the top, and this is the all within the Shopify panel. So you can leave feedback here, and again, we read every single piece that we get. We have a setup guide here with a promotion that we're running alongside the RocketHub launch. So if you set up an account, we give you a $50 credit. um, you can see some quick stats on your account here, and the help center, some quick links down here as well. And then you can see trending products and new suppliers down here. You can browse our pre-built stores. I know there was a lot of questions about those. They are only available on Shopify right now, but I can show you guys that as well. And to get back to that standalone app, you can launch it from the bottom here. And again, this is yeah, a little bit more of a cleaner look. I mean, it's nice if you do use Shopify. It's great having it all within your flow, not having to exit Shopify and go back in. You can do it all within here. Again, search your products here. You can add filters by customer or by country or anything like that down here. The support bubbles down here, just like on the standalone app. And same with here. Here's all of our suppliers. You can favorite them here so that you can find them again quickly if you're working with a specific supplier that you want to routinely add their new products. And again, I can view the details of the product here. Description, return policy, images. I can add to the import list. Again, to view, and here it is here. Instead of the tab system of seeing if it's imported or not, you can instead we have a status bar here. So I can click into the product just like in the other standalone app. I can change the collection, the pricing, the description, and I can push it to the store. Oh, sorry, the demo store is not on the plan, but it would be pushed into the store.
Yeah, we get it.
Yep. Yep. And then the stats would be updated there live, so it'll update when it's imported. And same thing in the orders section here. You'll populate the orders with a status if they're shipped or processed or anything like that. Down here, this is, as I mentioned, the pre-built stores. So we sell pre-built stores. These are stores that our team has designed and filled with products in that specific niche. It's quite a popular add-on for us. We have premium stores, so these are one-off stores that they're custom made and they come with a domain name, a .com domain name. And then we have starter stores, so these are a little bit more. They're not like one-offs. We sell multiple of these stores, but again, they're full of different products in each niche. Like the parent store is full of baby products and mother products. And it comes with a package as well. I mean, it wouldn't be as relevant for you guys with the lifetime deal, but you can buy a package that includes however many months that you wish. We are gonna, if anybody is on Shopify and they are interested in one of these stores, we're going to run a 40% discount. So if you buy a lifetime deal and you also want a pre-built store, we'll give you 40% off of the pre-built as well, if that's something you guys are interested in.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it. The only thing with the embedded app is we haven't ported over all of the settings yet. So if you want to go into the advanced settings, it'll link you to the standalone app to do so. Eventually, we're going to have everything migrated over here. But for now,
Mm-hmm.
more of the advanced settings are done in the standalone. Meanwhile, the core settings you can all manage right here.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I think that's it for the demo. I think kind of gone over everything. It's really quick and easy system to use. We have
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things on the roadmap as well. The number one priority for a next release will be WooCommerce. Just I mean, we had a plan for next year, but we were thinking probably by like Q3, but we got flooded with messages asking about WooCommerce. So I talked to our dev team and they're confident we can get it done quickly. So it'll be ready Q1 of next year.
Awesome.
Otherwise, also coming next year, wholesale ordering capabilities. So you'll be able to order wholesale ordering from suppliers, um, either to your own address, or if you have your own fulfillment center, you can order wholesale to that fulfillment center just to maximize profits.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you happen to have a retail store, you can use DropCommerce at that point as a wholesale ordering platform. And then also print on demand and customization will be coming later in the next year. Um, we have multiple suppliers that can do print on demand as well as engraving. So we have like a cool wooden supplier that can engrave on the products. We'll be adding the functionality to be able to place your logo and have that customization done next year. So that's some of the bigger things that we have planned for the next year. We're already working on all of them. Wholesale's getting ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess we can take some more questions if
Yep, we have it. Before that, can you let us know if the pre-built stores already have the suppliers in it? Let's say if you are selling a cat-based store, so all the cat-based suppliers are already know that that store exists, or the products are already imported in that store, correct? So just people, they just need to buy it, and then they need to just integrate with Shopify and then start running it. That's it, right? That's what they want to have to do it.
yeah, that's correct. So the pre-built store, it's already loaded with products from our network. So you're able to, if you bought a pre-built store and you put it live, the products on there are good to go. So as soon as you get an order on any of those products, it'll populate into DropCommerce. The supplier will ship to your customer. So it's all pre-done. We launched it because we had a lot of people inquiring about it, and so
Mhm.
yeah, it's like a turnkey pre-built store.
Yeah, I think DT7, we answered your question about the religious suppliers. I think there are one or two right now, but not sure in the Catholicism. Surely they have it in the Christian space, but not the Catholic space. So that's what
Yeah,
Spencer answered before.
Yeah, that's correct. I believe we have two that are in the Christian side, not specifically to Catholic. But if you want to email myself or the team, Spencer at dropcommerce.com or support at dropcommerce.com, and just ask that question again, we'll double check for you.
Oh, Om asked the question: How are you different from Zendrop, CJ Dropshipping, and AutoDS Pocket?
Yeah, so our main difference is just solely focusing on Canadian and American, pre-vetting our suppliers and focusing more on quality and fast shipping. That's our main difference. I believe with most of those platforms, it's a lot from overseas and from China. That's how we remain different. Is we just offer a platform that's alternative to China. Because if you wanted that, there's I think like 500 different apps for that. Uh, that's how we're different. So yeah, our focus on quality and fast shipping. But I do want to mention we will be expanding to Europe, starting with the UK and Australia next year. So we will be adding more variety. And we're open to expanding as we see fit, but we will stay away from China just because, as I mentioned, there's probably 500 apps for that, and we did actually experiment with introducing products from AliExpress in the past, and our user feedback was quite negative. They mentioned that they liked DropCommerce for not having that. They wanted to have a curated list of products and suppliers. And so, yeah, we had a lot of negative feedback. So we pulled back on that, and we're going to stay course.
Got it. Okay. Second question from Om. Also, what are your shipping timelines and how fast will the product reach the customer in USA once they order from my site? Do you ship products from a warehouse or in USA or from China?
Yeah, so that's just as I mentioned, that's the reason we started Drop Commerce is for faster shipping. So 100% of our products are shipped from the United States or Canada, most from the United States. So none are shipped from China, none are shipped from the overseas. And so our shipping rate times, it's supplier dependent, and that's made known on the supplier profile. Uh, I think the platform average is 3 day shipping.
Hmm.
And so it varies. If it's a handmade supplier, like if they hand make their products, obviously the processing and shipping time is a little bit longer, but that's also shown to you in their profile. But otherwise, yeah, if your customers are in the United States, it'll get to them quickly.
Correct. If it's a product which is already, in stock with the supplier, then it won't take much time for them to ship. But if it's a custom requirement, which means it's natural that it's going to take time, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course. And we break it down by processing time and shipping time. So you'll see how long it takes them to process the order. For most suppliers, that's like a day. And then basically how the time from them to pack it and get it shipped out the door, that's a day. Sometimes if it's a a unique supplier, then that processing time might be a little bit longer, but most are not. And then they'll show the shipping time, so the average shipping time that it takes from the supplier to your customer, and that's around 3 days average, um, for the platform.
Got it. All right. Amazing. Do you provide branded dropshipping services in case I want to have product inserts in my product?
Yeah, so we have the branded invoicing, which I
Mhm.
showed earlier. That is the section where you can customize your invoice. You can upload your logo. You can include your store name and a note. So if you want to have a thank
Hmm.
you message or a call to action to have them come back to your site or anything like that. All of our suppliers include that in the order. So you customize it, the supplier will print it, and it'll be inserted into the package.
Awesome. Dan, how many new suppliers do you add and how frequently?
Yeah, so we add about, I would say right now, 3 to 5 suppliers per week or so. That fluctuates. So this time of year, it's a lot slower. Just a lot of the brands are and suppliers are busy with the holidays coming up, so they're ramping production, and we find new onboarding is a lot slower. Like they're interested, but they're just taking their time to onboard because they're so busy, which is understandable. Or if we're reaching out to new suppliers, they're less responsive this time of year because they're so busy. So right now it slows down quite a bit.
Hmm.
That's going to pick up quite a bit next year because we're working with a few distributors that are managing a lot of suppliers. So like I mentioned, we should have 200 new suppliers by the end of this week, as we launch a new distributor on the platform. um,
Mhm.
but to be completely honest with you guys, the next few months until we get to January, it's going to be a little bit slower for supplier growth,
Mhm.
other than that new distributor, just because it's the holidays.
Yeah.
But come
Yep.
January, we really ramp up reaching out to suppliers again. Yeah, at that point, hopefully we'll be seeing double digits per week, but we'll see how it goes. We're working with a couple different distributors and closing the deals, and when that happens, that'll grow exponentially.
Got it. So, yeah, and of course, every one of you will receive notifications via email. Let's say if there are any updates, and of course, you send in okay, new suppliers added, stuff like that. So that happens from DropCommerce side, of course.
Yeah,
They'll
so
keep sending you updates about what's happening.
I should mention, we send out 3 emails per month, so one every week or so. That includes new suppliers, so we'll notify you of new suppliers that we've put live, as well as any updates. And we're going to we have a Facebook community group that we're going to begin posting updates and new suppliers in.
Mhm.
and we're in talks about launching a community group, potentially in Discord, which we'll invite users to, and we want to kind of foster this community a little bit more. So, updating on new suppliers, and new features, updating on progress on our roadmap, and what's to come in the next quarter, everything like that. We're going to be kind of updating the community, most likely through Discord, and we'll be launching that very quickly here. So yeah, we do keep you guys notified when we add new suppliers.
Awesome. Cool. Question from Dan again. Any way to vet suppliers from within each platform?
Vet suppliers from within each platform. I'm not quite sure what you mean by.
I think he's talking about, let's say if any supplier has, let's say, a 5-star rated suppliers, top sellers, or people who have reached a level where that okay, you can recognize from afar that these guys are selling the most, stuff like that,
absolutely.
right? They are the top sellers in the DropCommerce. Market.
Got you. So yeah, you can see how many orders the supplier has sent. We also have the internal reviews, so you can review the supplier just like any other user can. So you can see their ratings on DropCommerce. If they are fast to respond to messages, or fast to ship, or anything like that, or highly rated, we also have a badge for them. So you'll see little recognition badges on their profile. And then if you want to firsthand test it, you can order samples as well. So you can order a sample product to your door, to see how quickly it's shipped, to test the quality of the product. And if you want to take like lifestyle pictures with the product to launch your own marketing, you can do that with the sample ordering.
Got it. And I think this was a question people asked: how free are they to use the product's images and descriptions to use? Let's say if they want to run Facebook ads to drive traffic to their store, can they use all the assets which supplier has uploaded for the product into their marketing?
Yes, absolutely. So all the images, description, everything like that, they're free to use. If they want to take their own photos and use that for social media campaigns, they can do that as well.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, question from Chaudhry. Who will take care of shipping, you or the supplier?
All shipping is done from the supplier. So we ourselves don't touch the products right now. We've thought about introducing a fulfillment service, that we'll provide through a third party. And that is a potential thing that we'll look at in the future. But right now, it's all handled through the supplier. As I mentioned before, though, we will be introducing a wholesale ordering functionality. So if you have a fulfillment center that you want to use, or you want to self-fulfill, you'll be able to order wholesale to lock in wholesale rates and do so yourself. But yeah, to answer your question, all shipping is done through the suppliers right now.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and also how many suppliers we have right now? We have they have 400 plus, but they also onboarded 200 plus this week. So collectively 600 plus you can find it, and 300,000 plus products, 15 plus categories. So you can find, and they have subcategories of each of them.
Yeah, that's correct.
Awesome. Okay. DET Sensor, thank you. I'll follow up here today by email. I purchased CDD. That's awesome, and look forward to getting acquainted.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your business. Yeah, feel free to email me directly, Spencer@dropcommerce.com. Well, we can kind of walk you through the onboarding if you have any questions. I know that there's a lot of interest in WooCommerce. So for anybody that is trying to or wanting to buy, but are waiting for WooCommerce, I've already spoke to a few customers that have purchased lifetime deals, but they're waiting. Just let me know. So email me, and I'll make sure to keep you updated on how the progress goes. We will be launching first quarter of next year. But yeah, thank you for your business and your trust. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. So we have a question from John. Are your suppliers bound by any kind of service guarantee in regards to shipping times, response times, etc.? What if the shipping times are much different to the stated times? Do you monitor this?
Yeah, so the standard being that they have to ship from the United States and Canada, and they have to include the branded invoice that you have designed. That's the main standard, as well as a minimum of a 30% discount off of retail pricing. Most do more than that, but those are the standards. In terms of standard shipping time, we don't set a standard just because, like I mentioned, there are some like handmade, made to order suppliers, which we make that clear on their profile. Um, but in terms of if there are any issues, um, like if they're taking a long time to ship an order beyond what they have set on their profile, um, if we see that there's negative reviews coming into a supplier, we will investigate. If a merchant complains about a supplier, we'll investigate that as well. So we don't directly monitor like the shipping speed of each supplier. We more monitor it by feedback, and by reviews. So if we see any activity in that direction, then we will investigate. But if there is ever an issue with a supplier taking a while to get to your customer or anything like that, um, just message us, and we'll 100% we'll take a look at it and investigate and see if this is a reoccurring issue or if it was a one-off issue. Typically, we don't have too many problems though.
Because I think you're already vetting them on the entry gate, so you're already making sure you won't have any problems in the future. So
Yeah.
that's the difference between others who don't. I think we just let them list and they don't vet a quality supplier coming up.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's curated, it's vetted. So we feel confident about the supplier if we're putting them live. If we're feeling unsure about a supplier, we won't put the we just won't put them live.
Awesome.
So yeah, we kind of filter it down that way. But we're always there to support you guys. If there ever was an issue, we will definitely get into it. So
Makes sense. Okay. Question from Chaudhary again. Can I use Shopify balance to pay the suppliers?
that's a good question. Yeah, nobody's ever actually asked that. Right now you can't. All the payment is processed through our Stripe integration, so you would need to use a credit card or PayPal. So not at this time, but if there's a lot of demand for that, I can look at seeing how we could facilitate that.
Yeah, pretty interesting. Let's say if you already have a balance remaining in Shopify, just use that to pay them. Then it kind of even saves processing fee.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the transaction fee, I should mention as well. The transaction fee is covered on the supplier end, so that's
Yep.
you don't pay for that, and we don't charge on orders. We don't charge any transaction fees or anything like that. Um, we make money off of our monthly revenue, and subscriptions. So yeah, we try to maximize profits for you guys. We were when we first launched, we considered running transaction fees like I think most of our competitors do, either secretly or upfront they do. But obviously, working with Canadian and American suppliers comes with higher cost products. So I want to maximize profits for our merchants. So there's no transaction fees at all.
Got it. Awesome. Dan says, nailed it. Yeah, badges, reviews, samples, ratings. That's to the vetting of the supplier question.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Um, yeah, that's the best way to make sure that you're confident. But again, you know, we we're already confident about the supplier if they're live.
Got it. Awesome. Spencer, can you also show us some success stories with some stores which are doing great and how much, let's say, if that will motivate people a lot to kind of realize that, okay, this is something they can build their business on, their side business on. So you can showcase us some of the success stories of DropCommerce. And then we have a few questions, one or two of them from the community, which people asked a lot. So yeah, and if folks seeing the stream right now, thank you so much for hanging around. If you have more questions, just drop in. We're answering questions right now, so just drop in all of the doubts you have, and yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we have a number of like power users that are using DropCommerce for their entire business. One of them being in the mother and baby niche. She has brought on a lot of suppliers as well. She already had relationships with them, but she wanted the technology of DropCommerce to facilitate that. So she's one of our power users doing hundreds of orders per month. We had Aaron Rafferty using DropCommerce. If you guys go to our blog and search for Aaron Rafferty, we did do a case study on her success with DropCommerce. She's a little bit of an influencer now with drop shipping. She's made her whole lifestyle around drop shipping. So if you go to our blog and search for Erin Rafferty, ERIN, you'll find our write up on her and her success story. Yeah, no, we find that a lot of merchants, quite a few of them have built their whole business around drop commerce, and quite a few of them have they're using drop commerce as a supplement. So they either are already sourcing products and they wanted other higher quality products to source alongside that, so they use drop commerce for that. And also we have brands that sell their own products and they want additional products to sell, and so they use drop commerce as a sourcing platform. So good example would be like a shoe supplier that has their own shoe company, but they want to sell socks, but they don't want to get into manufacturing socks. Use drop commerce to sell socks as an upsell product as well. So yeah, for anybody that has their own brand and their own products, they can use drop commerce for that as well, to sell alongside their own offering.
Mm-hmm. Got it. And many of the success stories, they have made around 6 to 7 figures on your store, I think, should by now.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, that's awesome. Cool. So Voda asks, do you have a link to the Facebook group? Yeah, Voda, I've added the link to the Facebook group in the chat. You'll find it. It's normal. It's just facebook.com/groups/dropcommerce. You'll find it if you search it right there. And it's easy to find on Facebook. So, okay, John has a question. Do you have any training resources for users who are new to dropshipping?
Yeah, so we have our help center. So if you go to help.dropcommerce.com, you can browse through our help center. It's more of a guide on how to use DropCommerce. I think we have a little bit of material on there for guiding, drop shipping in general. But I would encourage you to do your own, to do a lot of research. There's a lot of free content out there that you can learn a great deal. I wouldn't necessarily say to buy a drop shipping course. I think a lot of people that are selling dropshipping courses are making more off of their courses than they are off dropshipping when they really push that stuff. So I would dig into it. We don't have a ton of courses. We were in talks of partnering with a really successful dropshipper around building a course for us. If that goes live, I'll definitely make an announcement. But yeah, there's tons of content out there. Just do your research and make sure this is right for you before you commit. Because I don't want anybody to feel like, they got ripped off or anything like that. Dropshipping by no means is an easy thing. It's low barrier to entry, and it's a low investment way to start a business, and it offers a ton of freedom and mobility if and when you become successful. But it's not easy. So definitely just check into it. Go on YouTube and look up blogs, and you'll find a lot of great content out there.
Awesome. Okay. One more. Okay, we have a question from Chaudhary. Yeah, that's for RocketHub. Let me see. I have a question, RocketHub. I'm interested in high stay. However, I can't make the payment over $300 in a single transaction for local law. I can have split payment options with current discount. We can do one thing, and I asked Spencer about it. Let's say if they buy a lower tier first, right? Just an example, okay? And if they have to upgrade to a higher tier, it's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So I think what I asked Chaudhary, you can do it. You can buy tier 3, and then you can send us the balance payment for tier 4. That way you won't have to worry about it, because then we ask Spencer to upgrade your account from the backend to the tier which you are on after you have paid the balance. Then you don't have to worry about any of the split payments, because the thing is, split payments is not accepted in RocketHub. It's either you go all in or you don't buy, or you get the lower tier first and then you upgrade through backend, which will be helping you out. So just reach out to support@rockethub.com after this live session, support@rockethub.com, and we will help you clear off this thing. So yeah, I think, and because Spencer confirmed, we can make it happen. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, we just before we wrap up, Spencer, we have like One more question, which is very interesting. When there's one question about, are there any tables where I can see the margin, sales percentages, and similar data inside DropCommerce?
Yeah. So the individual product pages will show you your profit margin. I think actually on our Shopify integration, we show you the percentage, the profit percent on each different product. On the standalone app, we show you the dollar figure. We can we'll be changing that so that you can see both the percentage and the dollar value. But yeah, on each individual product, you will see the profit margin on the assumption that you are selling for retail, that you're not marking it up at all. You do see the profit on each product. Um, I should also mention as well the standalone app that I demo for you guys that you can use on every platform that we have integrated with. That will We have a big update that we're working on for that right now. It's
Mm,
a total design refresh and performance boost. That's coming early next year as well. It's about 60% complete on the development side. Um, and yeah, so that'll be a great refresh. There's going to be a lot of new features and functionality and performance improvements with that. And that'll be what we have on the WooCommerce integration as well. That standalone app is getting a massive facelift early
mm,
next year. So we'll keep everybody updated on that as well. And when that's
awesome.
live, we'll have all the profit toggles as well.
Mm, yeah, this will, I think, give people an idea as to which product they should go for, which product is actually selling more, right? So they get into that niche, which is already very profitable.
Yeah.
Awesome. Uh, One second. Okay, John says, all sounds good. Thank you for offering the deal. Good luck with the business. I'm eagerly awaiting the WooCommerce integration, but we'll start with Shopware. Cool.
Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Thank you for your business and your trust. Yeah, if you want to, I mean, I guess depending on what tier you're buying, you'll have a license for multiple stores if you're on the pro or executive. If you ever want to switch platforms and transfer your license to a new platform, like if you're going to start with Shopify and switch to WooCommerce, we can totally honor that and do that for you. Um, I would say though, if you're going to start with Shopify, you may find that you like Shopify is a great platform. It makes everything a lot easier. I know it's not as cheap as WooCommerce, but you may be happy to stick with Shopify. But either way, yeah, WooCommerce first quarter of next year, it's high on the priority list. You guys have made that very very well known that that's what you guys want to see. It was already planned, but we bumped it up and we're going to get it done first quarter. So if you guys are locking in lifetime deals uh, in anticipation of the WooCommerce integration, um, shoot me a note and we'll make sure to keep you updated. We'll also update our group and everybody by email as well once that goes live. But if you ever want a progress update or anything like that, shoot me an email. But it is planned Q1 of 2025. It will be live.
So, okay. Last two questions, and then we can relieve you from the session. One question which is very interesting, someone asked us. They don't see you marketing a lot on on social media or everywhere. So how have you been promoting yourself in the last 6 years? Just that's a question some people ask because many of them might have heard about you, not directly from marketing, but they might have seen you on Shopify. So how do you promote it yourself?
Yeah, I mean, so honestly, that's one thing that we could have done better. Obviously, through the course of this business, is a better job marketing us. That's part of the reason why we were launching on Rocket Hub. I've heard really great things about this platform. It was recommended to me by a couple other people in the space, and I see it as a great way to introduce another distribution channel, at least for now, as a limited offer. But also to grow a highly engaged community. Yeah, I mean, for the course of the business, we get almost all of our traffic. Our customer acquisition cost has been $0 because our merchants discover us from the app ecosystems that we're on. So on Shopify, Wix, BigCommerce, Shop Plaza, people are just finding us through the App Store. With Shopify, we've been highlighted many times. Like I mentioned, we were the second dropshipping app to get built for Shopify. I think we're the 500th app in the entire App Store to get built for Shopify. So to answer your question, our marketing plan has basically been to grow on these app ecosystems because we found that that was the best distribution channel. So we focus on providing a really good service, getting good reviews on our platforms, and in turn that increases our customer acquisition. In terms of external marketing, that's something that I'm trying to get more into now by building these communities, by marketing through social medias. We have a really good blog as well, and that drives a lot of traffic through our blog. So that's been really good. But yeah, I hope to ramp up our external marketing more in the coming year.
Awesome. Okay, John has a question. Am I allowed to build and sell a store with this license? I'm looking at the highest tier, the tier executive.
So you would want to build a store with a lifetime deal and sell that license alongside the store.
That's what it's meant. Yeah,
Okay.
which means, I mean, he can sell that store to someone else. I think that's what he's asking, John. That's what you're asking.
Yeah. In terms of for Rocket Hub, do you guys have stipulations on like if they can sell the
Yeah, it's up to
license?
it's up to them. I think if they
Yeah.
want to. I
Yeah.
think
No,
he's
that's
talking about selling the store. I think let's say if you to build a store, resell it to someone.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and
Yeah.
we have partners with our pre-built stores that they'll bulk buy 5 or 10 stores and resell them on their channels.
Hmm.
And we give them a better rate with that because they're bulk buying these stores, almost like wholesale buying pre-built stores. So yeah, absolutely, you can resell the stores. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
you
Just
absolutely
move the
can.
store on as I refocus on next one. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, you can. I think yeah, you can. Awesome. One last question. Let's say if someone wants to try out or see the products before they jump on the deal, how can they do that?
Yeah, so a few people have asked if we have a like a public facing list. We don't. I just don't really want a public facing list just for our competition reasons and all that, and make it a
Of
little bit
course.
harder for them because we are very transparent. We show you the supplier names and everything like that. But yeah, if you want to make sure that DropCommerce is right for you before you commit to a lifetime deal, I would just sign up on our account and browse through the products and suppliers through that. Just stay on the free plan, then you won't have to pay. And you'll be able to see all the products and suppliers that way. So that'd be the best way to take a look before committing is sign up and check out the free plan.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. We had great questions today. I think thank you so much for Stream for asking good questions. Uh, Spencer, great time. Thank you so much for hanging around. I think you answered everything very smoothly. Now we'll be using this and spreading the recording to everyone, sending to everyone, and so that they can see it, read it. And folks on the stream, go and grab the deal. Two of the folks have already been convinced that this is the platform they would like to go with. And any question, I think we have listed out the email of Spencer on the deal page. So if you go to rocketup.com/dropcommerce, you'll find the email right below in the quick win section. So you can reach out to them. And if you have any more questions, we are here for another 2 minutes. Just drop that question in the chat and then we will take it up and then end the stream.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Really great questions. I'm periodically throughout the day, I'm checking to see if to catch up on questions in the Facebook groups and everything like
In
that.
just 2 days, we have around 400 questions, like people asking,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
been crazy, but great questions. I'm happy to answer them. I'm stoked to see so much interest on our platform. It's great. I'm really excited to have you guys on board. Like I said, I want highly engaged users. I want people to give us feedback on what we're doing right, what we can improve on, what we should prioritize. And like I said, we're going to be launching a community group, most likely through Discord very soon here. We'll make sure to invite everybody that's obviously buying a lifetime deal, and we have that Facebook group as well. So yeah, no, it's been great. I appreciate all the questions. It's been a lot of fun.
awesome, cool. All right. So, okay, we have no more questions. I think everyone has their questions answered. So we just end the stream and allow Spencer to continue the day. So thank you so much, Spencer, and the team at DropCommerce sitting behind for your time. And we then look forward to seeing you in the next exclusive webinar with another great deal partner. So, all right. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye. Take care.
Great. Thanks, everybody.
Bye bye.